was only at school and they're paying me, money, maybe at that time, 15 quid, 20 quid for a little kid, that's a lot of money, man, at that time. I mean, at that time, you could have £3 and the ice creams wouldn't finish, you know what I'm saying? The sweets and everything. So when I started going this, and getting money, and every weekend I'll be busy, man, playing with different groups. This is how I started, and I got that experience, yaar. I mean, the singers at that time, you talking A.S. Kangji, the living legend, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵੀ ਤਬਲਾ ਮੈਂ keyboard ਵੀ ਆਇਆ, ਬਲਵਿੰਦਰ ਸਫਰੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਨਾਰੀ ਸੰਗੀਤ ਪਾਲੀ, ਆਪਣਾ ਗਰੁੱਪ, ਸਾਰੇ ਮੈਂ ਗਰੁੱਪਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੀਤਾ, ਹੀਰਾ ਗਰੁੱਪ, Hira group, man, and I played with all these people, a lot of artists, Shin, DCS.
Yeah.
So I started playing in groups, and then they started, when the tool beat came out, and then people started asking me to play in albums. We need some tool, we need this, and I go and play the tool for them, and they say to me, we need some keyboard pieces, and I go and I play some keyboard pieces for them as well, and sometimes they say to me, we need a bit of harmonium, and I play harmonium. But at the end of the day, I would have done half the work for them, but I loved it, man. I didn't, I wasn't asking for extra money. I just loved music, and they say me do this, and I say, okay, man, I do this. So just had passion, And sometimes I play a track how they wanted it, then I say to them, let me do one how I want it, how I think,
Right.
So just loved it, man. I remember one thing, when I started doing as a session musician, I used to do 3 sessions, different studios. I go one studio, then I go to the other studio. In the night, I go to the other studio, just me in the car, my instruments in the back. It's lovely time memories,
Man, that's...
And the main studios were Planet Studios, Brunsgrove Studio, Pete were legendary, and Tom Larry, legendary producers and arrangers and mixers, I gotta say that.
Yeah.
And Bagga Paji. That Bagga Paji was my brother's. He used to play tool keys with my brother. Then he set up a studio. So when people didn't have that much budget, I go to them and Dakaro. Bagga Paji they chalte half price.
I think that's one of the things about you, Paji, your aura. You ask random people anytime about some artist. Say you talk about any singer, and some people will say yes, I like him. Some people say no, I like this. I don't like this person because of this. But when you ask anybody in the industry about Sukshinder Shinda, they all have a smile. And who would have ever thought? I mean, when you started those days, that, what does it say here? In 2006, best album, best video, UK Asian Music Awards. 2010, best producer. 2011, best album, and actually best producer. Like all these awards, and you probably never thought it would, relate to.
No.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't even look back, I got this award. I always look forward, man. People say to me, you done 200 tapes CD. I go, I might have, man. I don't know, man. I haven't counted them, I remember when I was doing the Jazzy B last CD, Tom Larry, he goes, how many CDs done for him? I go, I don't know. He goes, it's 14 CDs, man. I go, I don't never count them, man, I go, no. I always look forward now. Whatever's done is done, man. What are you going to do next? That's the thing, man.
Exactly. That's a great way to look at it. And speaking of Jazzy, and Jazzy was on here when I first did this, and it was awesome. And he talks very obviously highly. You guys have a great bond. Why do you think, and even on Instagram, like a few weeks ago, there was a post, this popular page asked, who do you guys think is the best Bhangra duo, producer and singer? And still to this day, everybody says you and Jazzy. Why do you guys think you guys have such a connection, and the response is always so good just with you and him? And he's ventured out to other people, but just a natural
man.
You guys. And why do you think that's so powerful?
What it is, man, when he came to UK, I was very busy, so he used to just come with me, man, for the, to pass time. And he'd be watching, and doing other people. Sometimes you hear him on A.S. Kangji, the living legend, you can hear Jazzy B's vocal in the background. Because after I play instrument, they say, do some back vocals. I used to be with him. Chalo back vocal. It was all love, So what it is, man, worked hard, with him, and he knows that, man. And making these tunes for him. It ain't easy, man, composing 14 albums, making the tunes and everything, arranging the music and everything, and then practicing with the singer, it's all love of music, man. That's what it is. But before Jazzy B, I've done a lot of work, with Desi Boys. They were very good, apne Dara Puria. I don't know how many singers, Shin, DCS, Balwinder Safri, the legendary singer from UK, one of my favorite singers, I have to say.
You did an album with Dipa Dosanjh, sing True Colors.
Dipa Dosanjh Bhaji, with True Colors. So
awesome.
both Sarah, I mean, I don't know. I lost count how many albums at that time before that, you know. And Kuldeep, the first album I done after Toll Beat was Kuldeep Paras. He passed away sadly, a great singer. वो album से कि निगर बंदा निगर कीला निगर असला कदे गवाइया निगर दी महफिल जो चोरी उठ के जाइए ना. That was one of my first. I didn't really know much, and he was telling me, you know, because he had experience. He worked with the great Charanjit Hujjani, did many albums, but he knew I could play instruments, so he'd say, "Ah, cheez jate vyare, ah, da vyare." And we done the album in 7 days. You know what I mean? 10 songs, 7 days, man.
Wow.
In and out, man, all night.
Yeah, I remember I watched an interview somewhere of you, and you told someone you guys listen to 3 minutes of music, but sometimes it takes us 8 or more hours just to make one song, right?
Yeah, because you know when I started out, man, we used to do sometime because everything was, you know, the studios and everything, and I used to knock a song out in one day, man. I'd go, I'd work, I'd do my homework, you know. There's nothing to do with the singer, man. I do all the homework, and then I go into the studio, you know, and from the morning to the end, and then the next day, half day mixing. So 1.5 days, man, from the scratch, you have a song out, man.
Amazing. And it pays. I mean, your music is second to no one. You know, one thing I had in mind, I'm sure a lot of people want to know. You said you've worked with, you know, a handful of singers. I don't think you've worked with like as much as other producers have, but you have your select guys: Shin, Mother Maddi, Jazzy B, of course, you know, Kuldeep Paras, Deepa. But I've noticed you keep it small. I mean, do you get approached from other singers, even singers today, to ask you for music? I mean, is that something you would consider, or is this something you don't want to do?
No, what it is, man, because when there was CDs, you know, it used to take a lot of time, man, to make a CD. Like Mother Maddi, Amrinder Gill Bhaji, they be my 4 or 5 CDs done for him. Harpajan Man, you know, Bhaji, Dil Apna Punjabi, Filma da bhi, Nishatar Gill, te ES Kangji da chalo bahut मैं CDs कीतियां. Mechi Ishara, Sade Bade Veer. Have to big up my man, you know, Mechi Ishara, man, the Dan Ambersariya, man. The real deal, you know what I'm saying? He's a real deal, Mechi, man.
Yeah. I love the Ambersariya song he did with Mac G, you know, maybe early 2000s.
Yeah. So Mechi Paji, legendary banda. So Avatar Maniac, ਉਹਦੀ ਵੀ ਪਹਿਲੀ tape ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀਗੀ. Great singer, you know. But, you know, everything changes with time and, you know, it is, man. So a lot of singers, you know, but they always work. But see, when 2003, man, when I came with my CD, then I got very busy, man. You know, like first the song I done Dil Di Gali Vich Aake, you know, and I was still playing. I was Dil Di Gali Vich Aake, my own.
One you did, I know you did,
yeah, that was the tape Dil Phases, you know. Yeah. And I just like to say, you know, when there used to be cassettes there, and used to send the company because that was released by Tips Company India. Before that. You know, the tapes, they used to just be released in UK. They didn't used to go to India. They go in India, you know, on the black market. You get them there and people make copies, whatever. There was no really which company that released them in India. So this is the era that the India company started getting interested in UK music, you know, because it was getting so famous. So anyway, when I sent the demo, it used to be on a cassette, you know, Stai Yantra, 1-1-2 minutes of each song. And my song was, I put it in because it was an experiment. About number 5, 6, you know, just hit it in there, man. Like a tape, they might just even forward it, no problem. So anyway, when the company heard the song, you know, Dil Di Gali, and he goes to me, Kumar, I remember that day. He phoned me, he goes, "Arey, isme ek geet hai, Dil Ki Gali, usne kya gaya?" Oh, मैं क्या पंगा पे गया. मैं कहा सर इसका experiment था. वो कहता अरे भाई कमाल कर दी. They loved it so much. He goes, "We're gonna call the tape Dil," and they sent me first class ticket, man. They kept me in 5-star hotel first time, and about 30 people on the set, you know. First time I've seen that in my life, man. Oh. And I was saying, yeah, man. And you know, they made that song and the video, and it was a super hit, man. What can I say? In India, because that's a very big thing to make your name in India, you know. UK was already almost doing no good, you know. So in India, and then after that, the single, you know, I was still playing with instruments with, you know, people as well, musicians, groups. And when I used to go to play, they'd say to me, "Don't play the keyboard, come on, sing a song," you know. And I didn't really like it because I felt bad for the singer, the people I was going with. So I stopped playing then. I didn't play with anyone after that. And then my tape came out, Gal Sunja, you know, that's, what can I say, man, that worldwide. And then I had to set my group up. And then I just got so busy, man. I couldn't do too many CDs, you know. Right. And the people knew, you know, they understood it, you know. And I only could do 2 CDs, man. Maybe one was mine and one maybe Amrinder Gill and one maybe Jazzy B. That's all I could do, man. I wasn't going to take on too much work, you know. That's not me.
Right. No, it's awesome. You're a quality guy and it always shows. So a lot of people are asking, and you could answer this yes, no, or you don't even have to answer it. But my phone's blowing up. The questions here are blowing up. They want to know if someone today, era example, Sidhu Musela, would ask you for music. Would you do it? Yes, no? Would you think about it, or don't want to comment?
I don't know, man. Maybe, I don't know. I'll have to think about that, man.
Yeah, that would.
Because I'm busy, you know, and now it's just, you know, when you've been doing it so long, you got to think a bit different. Like I can do, you know, this hip hop kind of beats. I can do that. That's no big deal for me, man.
Yeah.
Get a hip hop break beat, you know, man, just sing on it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, no question. Everybody knows you can. If anybody do it, it's you, and you can do it. You've done it, you know, easily.
Yeah, that's done deal, man. But I'm just saying, man, I'm just coming, you know, I love playing live instruments, man. I'm not going to lie. I love it, man. You know, even in my house now, my instruments, I got my computer here, I got my tabla there, and I got my harmonium there, man. Awesome. That's how it's all been. And I want to just say, ਜਦੋਂ ਉਸਤਾਦ ਜੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਸਾਡੇ ਉਸਤਾਦ ਜੀ ਲਾਲ ਸਿੰਘ ਪੱਟੀ, ਤੇਰੇ ਵੀ ਉਸਤਾਦ ਜੀ ਲਾਲ ਸਿੰਘ ਪੱਟੀ. I used to live in Handsworth, you know, Handsworth, Birmingham. I don't know if maybe your listeners know. That's the hub of the Punjabi, you know. Yeah. Like in London, you got Southall, and in Birmingham, you got Handsworth. And the road we used to live on, Safari used to live up the road, A.S. Kangji used to live up the road, you know what I mean? And Hari Singh Geetpaz used to live down the road. I remember, man, I'm telling you these times, man, it's making me happy. The Tolki player used to live on Albert Road, Hadblas, this one who used to play with my brothers. He was all musicians, man. And every day in our house, someone would be playing Tolki, singing every day. That's how it used to be, the atmosphere, you know, with my brother. Such a lovely atmosphere, musically, man. Everyone singing, you know, every day, man.
Right.
So anyway, Astaji came in Handsworth, you know, we stayed there. And now he came to UK after, I think, 20 years. 20 years, I think. He came back to UK.
Wow.
Otherwise, he just goes from America to India.
Yep.
So anyway, ਜਦੋਂ ਉਸਤਾਦ ਜੀ ਆਏ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਇਆ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋ ਵੀ ਰਹਿਣਾ. So he came to this house, you know, and I'd like to thank God and all the fans, you know. It's a nice area. And when he came into the front room, and he goes to me, the harmonium is there and the tabla was there. It's just the door. It's on the right-hand side. Before the other door was on the left-hand side. He remembered, you know.
Yeah.
I said, "A star there."
Yeah.
The tabla भी ਉੱਥੇ है, the harmonium भी ਉੱਥੇ, सिर्फ दरवाजा बदलिया. ये सज्जे पासे ਨੂੰ, ਉਹ ਖੱਬੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ.
He's so sharp still.
Ah.
Yeah, so sharp.
So we had a lovely time, you know. And I'm ਪੁਰਾਣੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਯਾਦ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਤੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਢੋਲ ਪਿਆਣਾ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੌਂਕ ਆ ਮੈਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਿਆਣਾ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਤੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਸਿੰਗਿੰਗ ਕਰਨਾ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੌਂਕ ਤਾਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਨਾ ਸੋ ਧਮਾਲ ਲਹਿਰੀਆ ਪਠਾਨੀਆਂ ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਰਿਵਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰ ਲਈਆਂ ਫਿਰ ਵਾਪਸ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਫੇਰ ਪਾਲਿਸ਼ ਕਰੀਏ.
Right, awesome. No, yeah. He's just amazing, and I played with him in February, 1st February actually. Last time I seen him, and got to do an event with him. It was actually his event. He's like Amaraja and Nabajana. And the things he does still, Paji, and his age, unreal. And he's singing on top of it, you know.
Wow. Nale, Aman ji, मैं तुम दसना भी ऐसी हम तो बोल कट्ठे ना भी आया को मैं भी after this song I'm releasing that on YouTube, you know. That's a big honor for me. Oh, and Guruji wasn't well that day, but I requested him. And Kali Quest, my brother, you know, I want to big him up. He's the one who done the film shooting, you know, in his studio. Yeah. So, ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਗਿਆ ਪਰ ਢੋਲ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ 5-6 ਕੱਢ ਲਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਠੀਕ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਤੇ 2 ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਸਿਲੈਕਟ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ 2 ਢੋਲ ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਗਏ ਆ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਆਈਟਮ I'm gonna release that, you know. That's great to play with Guruji.
Yeah, it's amazing. And he was talking about you that day and saying, he said actually the same thing I wanted to talk to you about next. Same thing my mom said and a couple other my friends said is we see your video Thrill and then we see, you know, what we look at you 10 years ago. What is your fitness secret? What is your diet secret? How are you going backwards in age? It's not fair to the rest of us. Please share. If you can share a secret, please share that.
You gotta exercise and the dieting, man, you know, eating right food, man. I don't really drink or nothing, man. You know, I mean, I don't have greasy food. And I exercise more now, quite a lot now, especially in this lockdown, but even before, you know, I take time out, man. And it's got to be done, you know. Health is wealth, like I always say.
Yes.
You know?
I agree, but it's amazing. I can see your transformation and keep it up.
Thank you, man. And you're looking good as well, man, bro. So keep it up.
I try and look up to you. So I guess out of all the albums you've done, and my favorite is Badle. But what's your favorite album that you've done yourself?
Of mine, I think, you know, there's a lot of albums, but I have to say Living the Dream because, you know, in that song, I got so many gigs, man, and so many people. And the Chardi Kala, Vanga, Aao Gidda Paliye, Vada Tere Naal. You know what I mean? So many songs that we're playing on the DJs, and every time I go, they be requesting the songs. Even I, you know, sing them 3 times, whatever, you know.
Right.
So that's, you know, and the Chichi London Likhada Tara. So there's 5, 6 hits on there, man. Mega hits.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I definitely, all the albums are great. But why it reaches out to me is you were so versatile. Like Hasidi, but the Bodniya, Kissa Jakada, like the way the music grooves, the music, it's folk and it's modern, it's all over the place. And I just,
Balle bhi bahut vadiya si ke ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਖੀਆਂ ਪਾਲਾ ਅੱਖੀਆਂ, you know, in Punjabi clap, man.
Yeah.
You know, one of my favorite tracks.
It's weird because I actually like some of the songs that are less, I'd say, people are popular, like you know, Hasidi. Hasidi's like one of them. Yeah, Hasidi. There's another song, I think it's in another album, it's called Mila, right?
Mila.
Oh man,
beautiful. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
जग च जवानी बोले अख मस्तानी बोले बोलदा वक्त कदे कीती मन मानी बोले टंग टंग.
Oh my god, amazing.
जग च जवानी बोले अख मस्तानी बोले बोलदा वक्त कदे कीती मन मानी बोले की यार चमेला की यार चमेला देख ले फिर तुर के ए जिंदगी दा मेला देख ले फिर तुर के.
Beautiful. Everybody clapping emoji for Paji. That was amazing.
It be one of my favorites. Wording jari na Karamjit Kaddo ne likhi hai. Beautiful wording.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, it's the composition of the song is just beautiful. Another one of the questions I wanted to ask you, and I know you have a lot of songs of yourself. You said Living the Dream is your favorite album. What's your favorite album or song that you've done with Jazzy?
I've done a lot of songs, man. What can I say? Because he's a more kind of dance singer, you know. He's not really a slow singer. I try to get what happened, man? I try to get the best out of him, man. Out of anyone, but especially him. I worked very hard to get the best out of him, man. You know, because as a music director, it's your duty, man. Like sometimes the singer don't know. Like don't matter if you got the greatest voice in the world, you need guidance, man.
Absolutely.
Huh?
Absolutely.
So because the singer no apni pata hunda na main ki kar raha main ki karna ya ki, especially if you can't compose, you know. So with him, to what he had, and I try to get the best out of him, man. Anyone, but especially him, you know. And actually, we used to come back from the studio in the car. I'd be singing to him, "Edda gana, edda karna," and we're going in the morning, "Edda karna." We're going back home because that's all I love, music, man. You know. So Madan Maddi Paji bhi hunda siga uthe apne Pinda Jatt bhi hunda hai kade kade ਉਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਤੇ ਜੱਸੀ ਜਲੰਧਰੀ ਵੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਤੇ ਪਟਵਾਰੀ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਸੋ ਰਾਤ ਨੂੰ ਫਿਰ ਰੋਟੀਆਂ ਬਣਾਉਣੀਆਂ ਫਿਰ ਗਾਣਾ ਵਜਾਣਾ ਫਿਰ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਇਆ ਫਿਰ ਆਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਇਦਾਂ so you know. And then after their house where they used to live, then I'll be coming home, then I'll be doing what I gotta do in the morning. That's my homework, man. I'll be waking up early in the morning and composing the pieces, you know, what I'm gonna play in the thingy.
See, that's actually good. I'm glad you brought that up because one of my questions I've always wanted to know is what does Sukshinder Shinda do from day to night? What's a day in his life before quarantine? Right? But what did you do during those times you're making these albums? Take us through what a typical day of you looked like, whether it be practicing, recording. What was the day at those times?
When them albums, because there wasn't much computer, you know, elements, man. So you revise everything, man. Because I didn't have any musicians, I was playing everything myself, you know.
Wow.
So I'll be going home and composing the pieces because you can't be composing pieces in the studio that's costing a lot of money, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I picked art to take karna. So it used to be just day, night, man, kind of music. But I loved it, man, you know. That's what I'm saying, man. Even now, I just love music so much, man. And I always encourage the youngsters, you know, learn an instrument, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Is that what you have? Like, if you could offer any type of advice for people who are playing told or learning told music or being a music producer or singer, what would it be?
I was saying get some basic knowledge from someone. The first thing is basic knowledge. You don't have to have dollar knowledge, you know, because my brother used to say to me when I used to play tabla, he'd say to me, people say, how did you start singing late? I said, I didn't start singing. I was singing from the beginning. I'd be playing tabla and he'd say to me, don't play tabla. You got to sing as well. Sing the chorus with me. He goes, a good singer must know about the tabla. And a tabla player must know about singing, otherwise you won't get far.
That's amazing. Amazing.
I know?
do you have like any upcoming new projects you're working on right now during this time? Your album, maybe something with Jazzy, anybody else that you'd like to share?
I got the next Sony Lagdi #2, man, coming out, man.
Oh, man.
Featuring HNC, you know.
Oh, again, HNC. When can we expect that? Any idea on date?
About 1 month from now, everything's ready to go, man. I'm just, you know, I mean, if the lockdown, I'm gonna just try to entertain people, man. And I got some fast fire in there, man. Believe me, man. Just got some fire in there, man.
So we got like 5 minutes left, I believe, Paji, before they cut us off.
Thank you, man.
Let's do a couple tracks of yours, and let's see if you can guess by the piece I picked out what song it is. Does that sound okay?
Sure, man.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. See what I got here. There's one I had particular. I think I could trick you on, but you're probably you're the music man. So okay, here we go. So I don't think I could. Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Make sure it's not too loud. Got it? We need more.
No, sorry, man. I ain't got it, man.
Can you hear it okay, Buddy?
Yeah.
Got it now.
Sorry, man. I got it, man.
Okay, it's Sony Lagdi, but it's like I think it's one of your.
Acha.
It's one of your gig edits though for gig.
Okay, got it, man. Very good.
And that's that. I think they just took the rap out of that one.
No, you know when we used to do the singing live over the backtracks, you know. So I had the rap taken out. I used to sing a bully over there. I got you know.
Right. There's another track I found. I want to ask you about this one real quick. I think we got 5 minutes, but I want to know what happened with this release. Let's see if you can guess it first.
Hey, Rangala Punjab.
Yes. So what happened with that? I was really looking forward to it. There was never...
Amar, man, you gotta send me that because I was looking for that, man. I can't find it, man.
Oh, I'll send it to you right after this. I'll send it on WhatsApp.
Okay, I'll be releasing that, man, and I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm gonna write your name on it as well, man. Lost Property by Amar, man.
I'm just a diehard fan, but it's a beautiful song. I don't think many people have heard it, but let's play it a little bit. The music is unreal. Wow, buddy. Wow, amazing.
Thank you. You sent me that, man. That brings back memory, man. Thank you. I was looking for that. I couldn't find it anywhere, man.
What's the story on this? Like, is it ever get released or?
No, we're gonna release it now, man. Thank you. Just like it is, man.
But you're gonna need the original. I don't know how good the quality is on this. I can't even remember where I found it, but I remember I was like,
don't worry, man. You send me because I can't find anything because, you know, in the studio, some of the computers got damaged and whatever, man, and lost a lot of things, you know.
Oh, so okay, gotcha.
Because you know, if I was to recreate that, you won't get that sound because that's the old school sound, man.
Oh man, the music, the music is just unreal. Okay,
thank you, man.
I want to go through this song because this is actually, believe it or not, my favorite song of yours. All right, so let's go. Oh man. And this,
wow.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorites, you know. But you know, this song we didn't really make a video for it, man. Always, you know, this is the today's sound, man. You know what I mean?
I still play this during the cocktail hours of every party I DJ because I'm just obsessed with the song and the composition and the music. Everything's just phenomenal. But,
and I especially went Bombay to do the strings on it because you can hear the strings, man. You know.
In the beginning, yeah, the intro, you hear the strings and they're just unreal. I think I can play it right here. And the composition of them, the variation. Go ahead.
Groove, man, that's a groove.
Yes, you're amazing.
Thank you, man.
The music speaks for itself, and even more than that, you're an even better human being. So thank you for being you.
Thank you, Amarji. God bless you. Keep it up, man, and you're gonna send me that old piece, yeah, playing on thrill, man. Like I said, man.
Yeah, I'll send you that, and I'll send you Rangala Punjab right now, and then I'll get you the total piece by tomorrow.
Thank you, and all the fans. Sorry you couldn't read your, you know what I mean, your comments, and everyone. Thank you all, man, for all the love.
Yes.
You know.
Thank you, Paji.
And then we'll do it again, man. We'll do it again. Yeah, don't soon.
Yes, and if you ever, whenever this is over, if you're in California, if I'm in England, we'll definitely try to link up.
I just want to big up my brothers in California, George Jahan, man.
Georgie,
you know, Cali Quest, buddy. And God bless everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Paji. You guys have a good day. Thank you, Paji, for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you, man.
No
Thank
problem.
you. Rabraka. You stay safe.
All right.
Stay safe.
Take care. Bye-bye.